Question: what kind of bear is best?
That's a ridiculous question.
False. Black bear.
Well, that's debatable. There are basically two schools of thought.
Fact: bears eat beets.
Oh.
Bears beets Battlestar Galactica.
Bears do not... What is going on? What are you doing?
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica and based? Is Dwight from The Office based? Well, we have evidence of it here as Rainn Wilson supports Tucker Carlson. You see the evidence before your eyes. Tweeted from Rainn Wilson's Twitter account that has 4.3 million followers. Huge account. I never thought I'd say this, but I agree with Tucker Carlson on everything he says here. Whoa. What world are we living in? What timeline are we living in? Is this the singularity? Rainn Wilson is arguably a leftist, okay? But like a spiritual, like an interesting, deeply interesting individual. Rainn Wilson has been very woke on some issues. I'm not sitting here trying to like stand and be like, oh yeah, he said one thing I agree with, and now he's on my side. But he has had like kind of a very interesting metamorphosis. And he's going through like an interesting journey here. He's obviously a very famous person. He plays one of the most iconic characters in all of television. Of course, you know Dwight from The Office. What he's arguing about, of course, and commenting on is this video from Tucker Carlson, which is up to 73 million views now, 21 million views according to the Twitter counter, which counts actual views. These are the number of people who saw it on Twitter, which is still wild. It's absolutely wild. Like sort of like a fourth of America saw this video on Twitter. Tucker Carlson commenting for the first time, Constitution behind him, inside of his Fox studio, about Fox and his firing. And what is Tucker Carlson saying here? Tucker Carlson is saying that we're not having real conversations in this country. That if you take a step back, you realize that there is a uniparty that is deciding what kind of conversations we can have. And they're pointless, and they're meant to distract us, and they're not meant to have us engaged in the real battles of the day because they have decided, the uniparty, what is going to happen with our natural resources, what is going to happen with our lives, with the decisions about war and currency and so forth, your health, and so on. And so Tucker Carlson is saying that it's important to have those conversations. We need free spaces in order to have them, not controlled spaces by the corporate media control apparatus. And so Rainn Wilson is coming through and being like, I agree with that. And it's wild. Look at his mentions. Again, Rainn Wilson has millions and millions of followers, 4 million plus followers. People are saying, like, everything he says in that particular statement is true. It's ironic, but yeah, these are a bunch of leftists in his mentions, right? Because Rainn Wilson is of the left, a man of the left. I knew I liked you. Kind of the same, to be honest. Another casualty of the billionaire wars. Truth unites. Ooh, my. So... yeah, I mean, it really is, it's true. Yeah. So, brave of you, but in secret emails, Tucker reportedly said that grizzly bears are best. Surely you don't agree with that. I'm no Office super fan, but I get the references. So what is the greater overall takeaway here? It's not necessarily that some celebrity likes Tucker. I think a lot of celebrities like Tucker. One of the last people on Tucker's show was Lady Gaga's dad. Mike Tyson's been on Tucker Carlson's show. A number of celebrities have rolled through, of course, to like be interviewed by Tucker. Tucker Carlson interviewed Britney Spears back in the day. We had that video from like 2003. It's the overall takeaway that Tucker Carlson appeals to a much broader, wider audience than Fox News could ever possibly imagine. And by firing him, Fox News has committed a murder-suicide against themselves. They murdered Tucker's show, but they suicided their own brand in the process. Fox emerged okay after parting ways with Bill O'Reilly. Tucker Carlson is another animal. Recall that Tucker's program was the top cable news show among Democrats in the key age range of 25 to 54. Tucker Carlson tops with Democrat demo viewers in prime time. This is why they had to cancel him. This is why they had to go after Tucker. Democrats could not allow so many people of the left, actual leftists, presumably like actual liberals, back when liberals used to mean like free speech, back when liberal used to mean like leave me alone, back when liberal used to mean I'm against the CIA and the corporate power structures and the superstate, back when leftists had some type of skepticism to power structures, this is what like a leftist used to mean. This is what liberal used to mean. This is what liberal still means. The people of today, the modern left movement of today, is fascistic in nature. But real liberals liked watching Tucker. I know a number of people who are young and who are Democrats, and they would tune in to Tucker Carlson exclusively on Fox News. They thought it was interesting. They thought he was true to himself. They didn't agree with him, but he challenged them, and he made an argument, and it was interesting to hear. We try as hard as we can to do the same thing on this program, to just give perspectives, and to have an honest debate, and at least to be true to ourselves and defend ourselves in a way that is intellectually honest. Speaking of honesty, let's look at some real brutal honesty here for Fox News. What have they done by canceling Tucker? Well, they've not only canceled all the young people that watch Fox News, they've canceled all the Democrats that watch Fox News, they've canceled everyone who watches Fox News, and we can prove that. This is from 1 month ago. This is what the ratings looked like 1 month ago on Fox. Here's primetime, right here. So primetime, 7 to 10, is what's considered primetime in cable news. You have 2.7 million, 3.4 million, because that's Tucker. Tucker really was the anchor there. 2.5 million, 2 million for Ingram. Pop on over to Wednesday of this week, after they fired Tucker, apparently because Rupert Murdoch wanted to just big dick everyone and say that he's in charge so he can fire anyone he wants. So he fired Bongino and Tucker for fun. That's what some reporting is saying now. Well, because of that murder-suicide, what has Fox done? Well, they have killed their primetime lineup. Look at this. 1 million viewers less for Jesse Waters. 2 million viewers less for Tucker's old primetime slot. 1 million viewers less for Hannity, and 500,000 viewers less for Laura Ingraham. All because they had to prove to themselves that they were in charge. It wasn't Tucker, according to this reporting, and this is Breitbart.com. Breitbart has gone through. They're using unnamed sources, obviously, because these people are signed to non-disparagement agreements. But you can see here in the viewership, 2.6 million was Tucker's last show, which is unfair to Tucker because that's a Friday show. Cable news viewership news drops off. Tucker's regular viewership is 3.3 million, 2.59, 1.7 million, 1.33. So that's a loss of 2 million viewers. 2 million viewers. You don't recover from that. I'm not sure how you recover from that. Oh, they used one of my tweets. Cool. Megyn Kelly saying that this is a big play to like keep Tucker on the sidelines for 2024. That's not going to happen. Tucker has great lawyers. And then we get into the Bongino issue, but really the only reason I'm showing you this article is to get down here at the very, very like bottom where they really get into this was just a power move by the Murdochs because they couldn't control Tucker and they couldn't control Bongino. And so they needed to prove who was in charge by firing them. And so that is what Tucker Carlson's super mega viral video here is all about. Resetting the clock here and saying, no, this is not, look, we, the people, are in charge. As long as you can still hear my voice, we're in charge. And no corporation can keep you and me from communicating. And Rainn Wilson is very much in favor of that. And so good for him. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica and Based. This is the video that Rainn Wilson was so in agreement with. What a world. What a world that we're creating. The new left and the new right joining together on shared principles. I'm here for it. This is how we save America. Watch this.
Good evening, it's Tucker Carlson. One of the first things you realize when you step outside the noise for a few days is how many genuinely nice people there are in this country. Kind and decent people, people who really care about what's true, and a bunch of hilarious people also, a lot of those. It's got to be the majority of the population, even now. So that's heartening. The other thing you notice when you take a little time off is how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television are. They're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. In 5 years, we won't even remember that we had them. Trust me, as someone who's participated. And yet at the same time, and this is the amazing thing, the undeniably big topics, the ones that will define our future, get virtually no discussion at all. War, civil liberties, emerging science, demographic change, corporate power, natural resources. When was the last time you heard a legitimate debate about any of those issues? It's been a long time. Debates like that are not permitted in American media. Both political parties and their donors have reached consensus on what benefits them, and they actively collude to shut down any conversation about it. Suddenly, the United States looks very much like a one-party state. That's a depressing realization, but it's not permanent. Our current orthodoxies won't last. They're brain dead. Nobody actually believes them. Hardly anyone's life is improved by them. This moment is too inherently ridiculous to continue, and so it won't. The people in charge know this. That's why they're hysterical and aggressive. They're afraid. They've given up persuasion. They're resorting to force. But it won't work. When honest people say what's true, calmly and without embarrassment, they become powerful. At the same time, the liars who've been trying to silence them shrink, and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope. See you soon.
Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears, they taste just like sweet, delicious ice cream. Salty, too. We ridicule the establishment and the libs because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you like what you saw, please punch the subscribe button, click like, and ring the little bell so that you know when we're live. Don't you want to know when we're live? And make sure that you subscribe to our email list just in case the plug gets pulled, as tends to happen. If you want to see more of our videos, click here or here. My name is Benny Johnson. Stay free, Base Patriots.